ওর বাড়িতে বসে যখন আমি বাচ্চাটিকে বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করছি, আমি দেখেছি আয়নাতে ওর মেয়েকে একদম মাথা এইভাবে হেলাচ্ছে যে তুমি কোনোভাবেই যাবে।
Your client is absolutely recalcitrant, and with mothers like her, children will never have a good life. Mr. Shen. We will grant custody of the child to the father right now. We'll put it as to be mentioned tomorrow. She'll come here. She'll be given to her father in our presence, and she'll remain in the custody of her father. How dare your client do this? Who is she?
Conciliation is going on, my lord. At the conciliation stage.
Let us hear the special officer. First, we'll hear him. Then yes.
I have instruction on something definitely that will favor my client. But no, let my special.
Very well. Yes, Ms. Shafut.
27th, as directed by your lordship, my lord.
Yes.
27, I was there, my lord.
Right.
I was present in the house of the father, my lord.
Right.
But at 10:20, I called the mother of the child, my lord, that where she was with the daughter. My lord,
She was not there at that.
no, she replied, my lord, may I be permitted to say something in Bengali?
Absolutely. Whatever she said,
Correct.
you tell. The mother replied.
Yes, my lord. The mother replied যে আপনি তো কোনো রিপ্লাই করেননি, আমাকে কিছু জানালেন না, আমাকে কোথাও যেতে হবে। বললাম কেন, আপনার তো অর্ডারটা আপনার কাছে আছে, আর আমার মনে হয় অর্ডারটা আপনার কাছে পরিষ্কার, তো আপনি নিয়ে আসুন ওকে। বলছে না, আপনি তো প্রত্যেকবার আমাকে জানান। আমি বললাম প্রত্যেকবার আমার উপর যা ডিরেকশন থাকে আমি সেটাই কমপ্লাই করি।
The child was not there at that point of time.
No, at that point of
Went
time,
there
she was not.
when?
Then she took
You went to that place when?
I went that place at
In the morning?
9:45.
In the morning.
Yes, 9:45
Well.
in the morning on 26.
27th. Okay.
No, 26 and 27.
Both days you went.
No. 26 in the morning I was there. As per the direction.
And this happened, whatever you were saying.
Yes. On 26 morning this has happened, Melon. And then তারপরে আমি বললাম যে দেখুন অর্ডারটা আপনার কাছে আছে, আমার ওকে নিয়ে আসার কোনো কথা নয়, আপনি ওর বাবার বাড়িতে নিয়ে আসবেন, আমি ওখানে প্রেজেন্ট থাকবো,
Right.
আপনি দিয়ে যাবেন, তারপরে ওকে ওর বাবা আপনার কাছে। বলছে না, আপনাকে আমি অর্ডারটা একবার দেখাতে চাই, অর্ডারটা আপনাকে বোঝাতে হবে। তো তারপরে আমি বললাম যে আপনি নিয়ে আসুন ওকে। তো নিয়ে আসার পরে গলির মুখ থেকে আমাকে ফোন করা হলো যে আপনি ওকে নিয়ে যান। যদিও সেটা বলা নেই, তাও আমি গেছি গলির মুখে। তো গলির মুখে যখন আমি মানে ওই বাচ্চাটিকে আমি নিই, তোর মা ওকে দিয়ে দেয়, মানে ও একটু আনইজি ফিল করছিল, এটা খুব স্বাভাবিক। তো আসতে চাইছে না, তোর মাও সাথে আসে। এসে ওর মা আমাকে ফার্স্ট কথা এটা বলে যে আমি অর্ডারটা আপনাকে একটু দেখাতে চাই। অর্ডারটা তো আমি দেখে নিয়েছি, আপনি আপনার অ্যাডভোকেটের কাছে বুঝে নেবেন। তো তখন ও ঢুকতে চাইছে না, ঠিক দরজার মানে একদম সিঁড়ির মুখে দাঁড়িয়ে, গেটের কাছে দাঁড়িয়ে ও মানে একদম বলছে যে না আমি ঢুকবো না, আমি কিছুতেই ঢুকবো না। তো আমি চাইছিলাম যে ওকে একটু বোঝাতে যে কি হবে, তুই চল, বাবা তো আছে এখানে। ওর বাবাও ওর সামনে দাঁড়িয়ে আছে, ওর মানে ঠাকুমাও নেমে আসে ওপর থেকে, সেও ডাকে, কিন্তু যেতে চাইছিল না। তোর মা কিন্তু তখন ওখানে একদম একটা সিন ক্রিয়েট করে। সামনের বাড়ির একজন ভদ্রমহিলা বেরিয়ে আসেন, তো ওনার সাথে কথা বলে বলছে এই তো কোর্টের কোর্টের অফিসার এসছে, এরকম আমার মেয়েকে নিয়ে আসতে হচ্ছে। এবারে মেয়েটিকে বলছে যা, এই ঠাকুমাকে নমস্কার করে যায়, এই তাই। তারপর কন্টিনিউয়াস ওর মা ওখানে দাঁড়িয়ে কান্নাকাটি, এবং আরো 3-4টে বাড়ির লোক বেরিয়ে আসে, এবং সেখানে আমাকে মার্ক করে বলা হয় ওই তো ওই মহিলা এসছে কোর্ট থেকে, এই হাতে এরকম অর্ডারটা নিয়ে আমার মেয়েটাকে নিয়ে চলে যাচ্ছে, মেয়েটাকে আমার কাছে রাখতে দেবে না, এরকম চলতে থাকে। তো বাচ্চাটাকে আমি চেষ্টা করি বোঝানো, তো অনেক রেসলেস হয়ে গিয়েছিল, তো অনেক ওর চেষ্টা করছিল যে একদম ছুটে চলে যাবে ওর মার কাছে। তো আমি ওর মাকে বললাম যে আপনি একটু তাহলে যান, ও শান্ত হয়ে ঢুকুক, বা আপনার কাছে আমি দিয়ে যাচ্ছি। তো সেটা হয়নি, আলটিমেটলি ওকে আমি বলি যে ঠিক আছে তুই চলে যা। তো ওর বাবাও বলতে থাকে যে ছেড়ে দিন ম্যাডাম, ওকে আর জোর করবেন না, মানে জোর করার কোনো বিষয় ছিল না ওখানে। তো চলে যায়, বাস তারপরে আমিও ব্যাক করে চলে আসি।
Thank you very much, Miss.
একটা ছোট্ট ইনসিডেন্ট হয়েছে, মানে সেটা আমি জানি না, ঐশী ও আমাকে একটু কামড়ে দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করে, মানে ওটা সম্পূর্ণ আমার আর ওর মধ্যে, এটা আমি বুঝতে পেরেছি যে ও কিন্তু যখন আমার হাতে দাঁতটা বসাচ্ছে, ও কিন্তু ওই মানে কামড়াবে বলে বসাচ্ছে না, মানে ও একটা আমাকে একটা ভয় দেখানোর জন্য, যাতে আমি ওকে হ্যাঁ আমি ওকে ছেড়ে দিই, মানে ও কিন্তু একটুও কামড়ায়নি। তো আমি সেই মুহূর্তে মানে ওনাদের যে অ্যাডভোকেট মৌসুমী বিশ্বাস, আমি ওনাকে ফোন করে জানাই যে দিস হ্যাজ হ্যাপেন্ড, তো তুমি পারলে একবার কথা বলো। তো কথা বলেন, এবং তার আগে প্রথম যখন আমি ফোন করি ভদ্রমহিলাকে, আমি যখন বলি যে অর্ডারটা স্পষ্ট, তো উনি আমাকে বললেন যে আপনি আমাকে থ্রেট কেন করছেন। আর আরো একটা ইনসিডেন্ট আমার সাথে হয়েছে, যেটা হচ্ছে সেকেন্ড ফেজ অফ ভিজিটেশন, যখন আমার ওপর ডিরেকশন ছিল যে বাচ্চাটিকে নিয়ে তার বাবার বাড়িতে নিয়ে যাওয়ার। তো বাচ্চাটি একদিনও যায়নি, প্রত্যেকদিন একটু একটু করে এগিয়ে লাস্ট ডেটে মানে 50 মিটার্স ফ্রম আর ফাদার্স হাউস।
Our order was regarding 2 dates only.
ইয়েস, অনলি 2 days।
She was speaking of a previous office.
হ্যাঁ, মানে ওর মার একটি মানে আমি একটা
Adamant
ঘটনা
একটা।
কি দেখেছি, যে ওর বাড়িতে বসে যখন আমি বাচ্চাটিকে বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করছি, আমি দেখেছি আয়নাতে ওর মেয়েকে একদম মাথা এইভাবে হেলাচ্ছে যে তুমি কোনোভাবেই যাবে না। এইটা আমি দেখেছি।
Thank you very much. Yes, what do you have to say?
Well, I, at this stage, my lord, Justice kindly comes to Justice order, my lord, by coordinate 6 September 2020. There is a specific direction for change of place of visitation.
Yes.
That was not also compliant. So, my lord, I want to implement this 6 September also. Justice kindly see, my lord, specific order was there. It emanates from the report of the special officer that the place of my lord, the respondent got is considered 2 houses only, 2 rooms only.
Their place.
Yes, so it was not suitable for
This
this.
appeal has been preferred against your prayer for custody being refused.
No, yes, customary.
The main appeal.
Satisfy my affidavit. Can you see my lord, paragraph?
You are not given visitation rights by yes, visitation rights were given.
Visitation was there, my lord,
But that was not being complied with, you say.
visitation right was there, my lord, but that is, my lord, by specific case, my lord, continuously, as on, my lord, last day, my lord, being disturbed.
Yes, that order, 6th September order, we are there.
Uh,
So that you are to visit the child at her residence.
my lord, she is to bring the
At
child
his residence, your residence.
at my, at paragraph below.
Yes. So this was also not complied. And this was the occasion when you had that experience.
Right. On 26.
No, not 26. Previous occasions, September, 14th,
Yes, yes,
21st.
September.
Yes, what do you say, Mr. Shen? We would grant custody outright to the child, to the father. No visitation now. She'll remain with her father. We'll outright grant custody. Go to the Supreme Court and take up that. No way. Your client is absolutely recalcitrant, and with mothers like her, children will never have a good life. Mr. Shen. We will grant custody of the child to the father right now. We'll put it as to be mentioned tomorrow. She'll come here. She'll be given to her father in our presence, and she'll remain in the custody of her father. How dare your client do this? We are hearing an officer of the court. Why should she lie?
My instruction is that, my lord, I am amazed, my lord, she is submitting like that. My instruction is not like.
Your instruction is wrong. We rely on our officer of the court, not your client.
So far as the interpretation.
This was an order of the court, Mr. Shen. We are not requesting you. We passed a direction on you. We have given sufficient rope to your client, sufficient leeway. With mothers like your client, Mr. Shen, your child will never have a good future. Never. How can she?
So far as the interpretation of the order, there was some difficulty.
What is the difficulty? Tell us. Why didn't you clarify to her? Why didn't you clarify to her? What is the difficulty in the
That time.
Mr. Shen, tell us what is the difficulty in interpretation of our order. Tell us what is the difficulty.
So far as the advocates are concerned, my lord, there are no difficulty.
We are not bothered with your advocacy. We are speaking about your client. What difficulty could there be regarding interpretation of this order?
He made some.
No, Mr. Shen, since you have said that there was some difficulty regarding interpretation, what is the difficulty? Tell us.
My lord, she could not understand certain things, my lord. That is the reason, my lord. Subsequently, my lord, she.
Let her understanding go wherever.
But
She is bound to comply with our order, Mr. Shen. There is no question of her understanding. Let her not understand the order. She has to comply blindly.
On 2 dates, my lord, she took the child to the.
Took the child and did this.
No, my lord. So far as the.
She will not be. She will give the custody of the child to the father. We are passing an order.
We have the appeal also, my lord. We have.
Whatever appeal.
My lord,
Your appeal will remain till disposal of this appeal. She will remain in the custody of the father.
my lord, so far as the.
Your client should learn a lesson, Mr. Shen.
No, my lord. My client is also willing to stay with the husband, my lord. So.
She will not stay with her husband. There is a divorce suit pending. He will not take you back right now. Why should we compel him?
Because.
He has a divorce suit against your client. We will not compel him to take you back. And Mr. Shen, we are making it very, 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 very clear. Your client cannot use the child as a handle to get a leeway in her matrimonial suit. No.
That.
This is blackmail. And you are trying to have the gumption to blackmail the court, your client. that she will go back to the father. Unless she goes back to the father, the child will not go back. How dare she? Who is she? The learned special officer, under the pretext that there was some difficulty regarding interpretation of the same. For sub next para, subsequently the child was brought on 26th. Subsequently, the child was brought to the to the vicinity of the residence of the appellant father. For sub, from there, comma, the respondent mother requested the learned special officer to come and take the child. For sub next para, it is further submitted by the learned special officer that at the time of handing over of the child, comma, the child was not exactly willing to go to the father. However, comma, it transpires from her submissions that the respondent mother had a huge role to play in such conduct by the child. Full stop. Moreover, comma, the respondent mother had created a scene at the locale by involving other neighbors and seeking to implicate the learned special officer, comma, giving an impression to the neighborhood people that it was the learned special officer, comma, by dint of the order of the court, comma, who was trying to take away the child from the mother and hand over her to the appellant father. For sub next para, and December 27th, you said the child was brought also.
Yes, I have been told over telephone by the father that she was taken to his house, my lord, but like the first day, my lord, that is on 26th.
Similar thing.
Similar.
Uh, on December 27, 2024, comma, the next day of visitation as per the order dated December 10, 2024, comma, a similar scene was created. Full stop next para. Learned counsel for the respondent mother vehemently submits that the mother is willing to go back to the appellant father as well as to hand over the child to the father. Full stop next para. It is submitted that there was some difficulty in understanding the order dated December 10, 2024 on the part of the respondent mother. However, comma, on query of court, comma, learned counsel for the mother submits that there was no such difficulty on the part of the learned advocates in understanding the purport of the order. Full stop. The learned advocate for the mother also seeks to use an affidavit to bring on record the true purport of the events which took place on the relevant dates. For sub next para, learned counsel for the appellant father submits that similar recalcitrance was shown by the mother on previous occasions and points out to an order dated September 6, 2024, passed by a coordinate bench, where similar orders were passed, comma, changing the venue of residence from the changing the venue of visitation from the residence of the mother to that of the father, comma, fixing visitation hours between 7 and 8 p.m. on Saturdays, that is on 14th, 21st and 28th September, and between 5 and 8 p.m. on Sundays, that is on 15th, 22nd and 29th September 2024. Full stop next para. On the said occasion also, comma, as it transpires upon hearing learned counsel for the appellant father and the learned special officer, comma, the mother was consistently present and had, comma, by signs, comma, instigated the child not to come to her father. Full stop next para. Although the respondent mother seeks to feign ignorance regarding the interpretation of the order dated December 10, 2024, comma, we find nothing in the said order which required further clarification or interpretation. Moreover, comma, it is evident from the conduct of the respondent mother that she has been consistently attempting to defy the orders of the court in respect of visitation, comma, vis-a-vis the order of the trial court, comma, the orders of this court dated September 6, 2024, as well as December 10, 2024. Full stop. Next para. Thus, we are of the prima facie opinion that if the whims of the respondent mother are permitted to be given a premium by the court by not taking any stringent action against the mother, comma, the same conduct would be repeated and the respondent mother would continue to frustrate the orders of the court. Full stop. Next para. On a more basic consideration, comma, the welfare of a child of tender years can only be subserved if she has a balanced interaction with both parents and not a lopsided and perverted exposure only to one of the parents, comma, who is in litigation with the other parent. Full stop. Next para. Hence, comma, since the paramount consideration in custody matters is the welfare of the child, comma, we find no reason as to why the custody of the child should not be given to the father, at least for a limited period, to ensure that the respondent mother does not come in the way of such interaction between the father and the daughter. Full stop. Next para. However, comma, since the respondent seeks some further time and opportunity to give clarification, comma, we give a last chance to the respondent mother to explain her position in writing by way of filing a short affidavit. Full stop. Such affidavit shall be filed on, how soon can you file that, Mr. Shen?
Monday.
Shall be filed on January 13, 2025, with an advance copy to the learned special officer as well as to the learned advocate for the appellant father. Full stop. Next para. However, comma, in order to prove her bona fides, comma, the respondent mother shall, comma, every evening from today onwards till Sunday, till the coming Sunday, that is January 12, 2025, comma, take the minor child to the residence of the father for an interaction between the father and the child for 2 hours on each day between 6 and, will you be home at 6? From between from 6 to 8 p.m. From today যেটা বলেছি, from tomorrow, 6 to 8 p.m. Full stop. Next para. We are not troubling the special officer every day, but
Well, for handing over, my lord, later specific time and date, place be fixed, my lord.
between 6 to 8,
But
the respondent mother shall take the child to the residence of the appellant father on each such occasion and hand over the child to the father. Full stop. It is made clear that the mother shall be unaccompanied by any other person and shall take the child alone when she reaches the residence of the appellant father. Full stop. Next para. Immediately upon handing over the child to the appellant father, comma, the respondent mother shall leave the place for 2 hours and should not be seen in the vicinity of the residence of the appellant father for the next 2 hours till 8 p.m. when she will come back to the residence of the father, and the father will, comma, without any demur, comma, return back the child to the mother. Full stop. Next para. The matter shall next be listed on January 13, 2025 under the same heading for passing further orders.